Hello, hello, gorgeous human beings on YouTube. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And this is probably going to be a short one. I wasn't planning on going live today as I'm about to travel. But this is something that I really felt it's time to share, especially as I'm receiving feedback that whenever I am going live or sharing videos or most information with people, there's so much in it that people often feel like it's too much. Now, I want to start off by saying that this is one of the reasons why, when clients work with me, there is an exchange with regards to payments. I think it's really important for us to start understanding that money is simply an energetic construct that we have created in society, which allows for greater receptivity. This has got nothing to do with worth or your worth, by the way, or the worth of my work. That's not how I actually come to partner, especially with private clients, and deciding on what is the financial container that they wish to create for themselves. You see, I've come to understand that what I give freely. And the fastest way for me to stop the flow of what comes through me is for me to preordain that this is all I am going to give, because that is all that is available to be received by you. No, darling, I give freely and I give whatever comes through in the moment. However, every single person who listens to me has a different size container, a different capacity of receptivity of what I am gifting to you right here, right now. And the first thing I want to say to everybody is, let us please stop making it wrong. Let us stop making it wrong where we are finding ourselves at this moment of time and what our personal capacity of receptivity is, what our personal vibrational set point is in this moment. And let's just freaking be and be appreciative of where we are finding ourselves. Hey, my name is Alnaj. And I am the founder of the Unapologetic Women Global Rempowerment Human Dynasty. If you are new to my space, well, that was just a little bit of an introduction now, wasn't it? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know in the comments who you are and where you are calling in from. This is not about me sharing content. This is about me starting conversations. And if we are already friends, say hi, because I am always so excited to have you in my presence. And one of the wonderful things about this platform is whenever you receive me, you are receiving me in the presence. So it's a little nugget I'm gifting to you as well, is that there is really no time. There is only the present. So wherever we are finding ourselves right now, we are both finding ourselves in our present moment. So let's have that conversation. All right, let's get back to the whole information versus wisdom, and why I started off by saying, at the end of the day, we all have a capacity of receptivity. And that is the reason that when somebody is working with me privately, they actually dictate the container of receptivity for themselves in the financial exchange, which is just one of the energetics that we have created in humanity at this time for exchange. So let's just start clearing up all the negative vibrations around money and paying to work with somebody, or the insanity of I have to charge a certain amount in order for me to claim my worth and claim the worth of my work. No, darling. You decide what your container is. So why we are having this conversation is because if you have listened or just been in any of my previous lives or read any of my blogs, you would have come to realize or notice that I am all over the show, and there is just so much that comes through me every time that I engage in conversation. And so often people are giving me the feedback of it's too much. Well, it's only too much because we have become addicted to information in the time space reality that we are creating in society right now. We have people who are so saturated with information and content, and rather than knowing what is the intention for seeking information, receiving it, and then going out and applying it, what I am observing is that the more information people are receiving, the more they are going into fear, the more they are starting to doubt themselves, the more they think that they don't have the answers, they don't know how to do this, they need the next person to tell them, they need the next model, the next blueprint, the next recipe, because they are so in fear of what if I get this wrong? Oh my God, what will it say about me if I screw this up, if it doesn't work out the way that everybody else is saying that it's supposed to work out? And so they are addicted to the information gathering, not understanding that it is putting them into greater and greater fear. So rather than going up the scale, up the energetic scale of consciousness, they are in fact moving down the scale of energetic consciousness. On the other hand, when somebody is sharing wisdom without that paradigm, without that box, clearly defined box of this is all I am going to share with you today, there comes with it a sense of self-responsibility and honoring where I'm finding myself right here, right now, in this moment. No moments are the same. And so to have this expectation of ourselves that I should just get everything and I should get everything now, what it's asking of us is that we become present and we simply allow ourselves to receive until we've had enough. And then, thank you, I bow out. The beauty of this platform, for instance, is this is on probably forever. And you can come and listen to any of my teachings, any of my sharings, have a conversation with me again and again and again on the same video. And every single time you listen to what I am sharing, you will receive a deeper layer, a deeper understanding, especially if you receive something and you go out into the world with a sense of curiosity and apply it and see what the feedback is from your environment, allowing yourself to fully embody it or reject it. Embody it or reject it. Embody it or let it go. Because this is your life experience, darling, and you get to create your personal preference, which means you can either embody it or let it go completely unattached, either way, and then come back for the next layer, and then allowing that same process to happen. The masculine gathering of information is very much part of the methodology that we are seeing with regards to goals, plans, structures, certainty, replication. All of those things are masculine. And I'm not making any of them wrong. And if you are enjoying that paradigm, but by all means, please enjoy it fully. However, for those of you who are curious and are starting to hunger for lingering, wanting more of the feminine, because the masculine is simply not bringing fulfillment and satisfaction, then it's time for you to start embracing your capacity to receive at this time. Whether that receiving is in wisdom or whether that receiving is in money, in clients, in love, in relationships, in transformation, everything has got a capacity. And when we start honoring that, when we start feeling into, oh my goodness, I am feeling full right now. Thank you. I'm bowing out without a fear of losing out, without a fear of, oh my God, but there's so little time and I have to get to know so much and I have to implement everything and I have to gorge on everything. Oh, that's all so fearful. But instead, with grace, allowing yourself to listen and just receive. Don't listen with a need to find the things that you have to go and do afterwards, the things that you have to know afterwards, but allowing instead for a very natural transformation, a natural evolution, a natural sorting and sifting of, yeah, that's really landing for me. That's not landing for me. It's all good, right? There's no pressure anymore. And now what happens is that you're actually shifting into your power, darling. This is where we start finding transformation through rich conversation instead of remodeling ourselves based on somebody else's information and what works for them. And there's nothing wrong with it. Look, if there's one thing that I understand, it is that majority of society is here to replicate. They just take and they just replicate. But there are some of us here who are not here to replicate, but to create, to evolve what is. It's really interesting. So I'm going through perimenopause at the moment. And for the most part, it has been a frustrating experience up until a certain point, as I was listening to the medical advice that is available through majority of doctors at this time and majority of women who are going through the same experience at this time. And I just decided that was not good enough for me, that I wanted the best of the best. I wanted the pioneers who are delving deeper, who are really making this their area of genius and sharing that with the world. And it was only through this intention that the universe could then start connecting me with those who are here to pioneer within the spaces of menopause and perimenopause and finally gift me that which I was seeking, because I wasn't prepared to settle for what is the norm, what is the normal in mass consciousness and society at large at this time. Well, that's exactly the same with here. There are majority of people who are here to still implement coaching as a masculine modality, but there are some of us who are evolving that masculine modality into the feminine allowance, which is what's ready to come through next. And I'm here to work with those women who are no longer wanting the masculine modality and who wants to evolve into the feminine allowance. And let me just say this, darling, the very first thing, the very first step in that is intentionality and a reconnection, a reclamation of self and complete responsibility for our personal best being and happiness. Until you have taken that responsibility, nothing else that I share with you will feel good, because you will always be seeking externally instead of allowing a gentle recalibration to your internal, your inner being self, which is where your genius resides and where your true self is, with all the answers that you are seeking. So my invitation to you today is this. Where are you finding yourself with regards to receptivity and capacity at this time? And how can you bring more honor and appreciation to where you find yourself right now in this moment, without comparison, without thinking anybody else is ahead or behind you on the journey, because none of us are ahead or behind. We each have our own unique journey. Like, you are not here to catch up to me, and I am not here to catch up to you. Like, we have our own unique journeys, darling. And how will you allow that to evolve naturally, without any tension, without putting any pressure on it, without any resistance that's needed for strength? As I've said before, strength is not the same as power. Strength has a set point, and once you reach that, it goes into a breaking point, whereas power has no set point. It can only increase or diminish, but it's ever evolving. So I decided to move out of strength into power, and that choice is available to you as well. I do have some exciting news today before I go. The one thing is that I'm super excited about. I don't know about you, darling, but I journal every single day. And so I have been inspired to create some gorgeous unapologetic women journals. I have put a link in the description down below. But here's the thing, have a look at the different journals. They come in beautiful colors. I personally am a black lady, but I've also put on reds and pinks for you. Pink is one of my favorite colors as well, hence that is on there. But there's also different sizes with different intentions behind them. So the daily reflection is the journal that I use every single day. And that is where I send my intentions, where I recalibrate. But then there is also a beautiful embodied elegance, which is a pocket-sized journal that you can use from one moment to the next to literally script your day into being from one transition to the next, because we have all of these various segments in our days. And then I've created a beautiful inspired journal, which has got lines on half of it, and it's completely blank spaces on the other half. And the reason I did this is because so many of us love to doodle, we love to draw, we love to do brain maps or scribbles or mind maps, whatever that is that you love to do. So all of those options are available with you, as well as a gorgeous life planner. Now, this one is just the prototype, but your life planner will be in a hardcover format. And this is literally how I create my day every single day. So all of those links will be down below. They're exclusive at Barnes & Noble at this time. And of course, if this is resonating with you and you feel ready for a greater container of receptivity and you're interested in inquiring of working with me, the link for the consultation is down below as well. Book it in, darling. Let's see where you are finding yourself, who you are ready to be, and how we can partner together in helping that to blossom in a natural, non-resistant, fun flow way for you. I do believe that we are here to live life on our own terms. And as unapologetic women, we get to lead and the universe follows. With that, I hope that you have an amazing day further. I will catch you again later this week after my trip. And let me know in the comments, what is landing for you? What are you letting go? Let's take the conversation further. Until next time, stay wonderful. Cheers.